I just want to give out some of the requirements of the Parental Notification Act.
I think you don't have to wait. We have another caller. Do we?
We have another caller. Go ahead, caller.
I don't want to beat a dead horse. I am a medical professional, and the statistics say that it is a higher mortality. There is a higher mortality rate with pregnancy than abortion. And now, like you said, with the medical way, with the RU pills, the mortality rates with abortion are even lower. So I know some people are surprised to hear it, but it's true. Pregnancy has a higher mortality rate than abortion. So I'm hoping that my medical professional status will help put it to rest.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
much.
Supporting us.
We appreciate
Thank you so
that.
much. Okay, so you wanted to talk about some of the reasons why there will be parental notification. What will be?
Well, I'm going to talk about what it really, what are the outlines of this act. And it's one of them. The first one is that it requires that the abortion provider, before they provides the minor with the procedure, they have to give their parents at least 48 hours of notice before performing the procedure. They also have to do this whether it's a medical or a surgical procedure. So that means if they're getting the RU pill or if they're undergoing surgery. And when they say adult family member, that means that it has to be a person over 21 who is either a parent, grandparent, step parent that is living in the household with the minor, or legal guardian. So that means that it can't be their aunt, can't be their
technically it could if they
uncle, if they are not the legal guardian and they don't live in the house. So I find that to be, a disturbing issue, because what if the only adult that they are comfortable going to is someone that lives outside of the house that might be their aunt or uncle? Or what if it's their father and their father does not live in the house?
Well, their father doesn't have to live in the house. It's the step parent. So what if they have a stepfather that they have a better relationship with, and unfortunately, their parents are not together, or a stepmom, and they have a relationship with that step parent, but they don't live in the household with them.
Right.
I mean, everyone does not have a traditional family, and everyone's situation at home is not the same. So, I mean, ultimately, my fear is that this law will pressure young women that are not 18 to do things that may not be in their best benefit. I mean, whether it's to carry a pregnancy to term. Again, a woman should choose to have an abortion and not be influenced by anyone else, or choose to carry a pregnancy to term and not be influenced. This should be ultimately her decision, despite her age.
Exactly. We have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
I hope you ladies allow me to complete my comment before you cut me off shortly again. First of all, I am pro-choice and I am Catholic. The double-edged sword, if you start letting certain laws are put in place to protect young women for a reason. Now, if you start letting young women start having reproductive choices, then they're going to say, well, we can start pushing them much more into the criminal justice system since they're able to make that sort of adult decision.
Well, I just want to respond to that because I don't know how accurate that would be because, again, this law has not been enforced up until now. So we don't show any high statistics of problems surrounding around parents not being notified when young women get abortions.
Exactly. Go ahead, caller.
Yes. What I'm trying to find out, how do the RU pill work?
Again, I'm sorry, we're not medical professionals. It is a medical abortion. You take the pill, a series of pills, I'm assuming, but I really don't know. So you would have to contact a more experienced person that actually, works with in the medical field to give you an accurate description of how the pill works.
And with that being said, I'm just going to flash our overhead because you can always call us and we can give you the number to a clinic or somewhere where you can get the proper information about that.
And I just want to say, unfortunately, at this point, there's nothing that we can really do right now to change this law. I just want to make it clear that this is a violation of young women's right to choose what's best for them. They've made a choice to have sex. They've, unfortunately, some of them has gotten an unplanned pregnancy. And just like the young women that decide to carry a pregnancy to term, the young women that decide not to should, have the authority to make their own decision. When you go to a doctor and you're young and you get a pregnancy test, they don't call your parents to tell them the pregnancy test is positive. So inadvertently, if you choose to terminate a pregnant, why should your parents have to be ultimately involved if you don't want them, if you don't feel comfortable? Again, you may have children that are being abused at home, and just don't feel comfortable with telling their parents, or they don't want to disappoint their parents. These are young women. So they may not be mature in their thought process to be able to really handle letting their parents know what's going on.
Right, which is this is really just putting them in an unsafe,
uncomfortable
situation.
And they may react in a very terrible way. But again, ACLU is working really hard to educate lawyers, to educate medical professionals, to educate nonprofit organizations, and how we can help young women under the age of 17 get through this. They're creating really user-friendly things for the youth. So I just, again, wanted to commend them and thank them because they have been strong in this fight. The Illinois Caucus for Adolescent Health has been strong in this fight. And we just want the teens out there to know that even though this law is in effect, you still have a driving force behind you. We still are supporting you. We understand that even though you are young, you are capable of making a good decision, because a good decision is what's best for you.
Exactly. And with that being said, I'm going to flash our information one more time. If you want to support us, if you want to donate to us, if you want any information, you can always call us at 312-663-0338, or you can email us at chicagoabortionfund.com.
And thank you for all the callers that called in. Thank you for all the people that supported us on the show tonight. And we just want to say choice is very important to women, and we want to continue to make that possible.
Yes.